What's going on, you guys? This is PokeHobs. I'm Jay, and today we're going to discuss the Mega Evolution block or Mega Evolution era as a whole because it's something like I've never seen before. I've been collecting and investing into Pokemon now for a really long time, and there's something very special about this Mega Evolution block that we are currently in. If we rewind the clock just 2 eras ago, Sword and Shield, it had a lot of banger sets, but every single one of those sets, the booster boxes, the ETBs, you could get them at MSRP or actually under MSRP upon release and well after. Same thing with Scarlet and Violet, you guys. It ended on some bangers. Like the last half of it was amazing, but the first half was underwhelming to the market. The market was not responding well to it. And a lot of those booster boxes from Scarlet and Violet were selling for like $100 to $110 a piece, if I remember correctly. Now, fast forward to today, the Mega Evolution block. The Mega Evolution base set is arguably the best base set of all time. In my personal opinion, it's definitely my favorite one. It has some amazing arts in it. It introduced hyper rares. It's got some fan favorite arts. It brought back the box topper promo for the booster box of that Bulbasaur, which is selling for like $500 in a PSA 10. Insane. So yeah, this Mega Evolution block we're in, you guys, it really truly is something very special. So why is it so special? Well, first and foremost, let's look at the Mega gimmick. If we go back 30 years, I mean, Pokemon has been doing different gimmicks and different types of gameplay or, fun little different things with the TCG cards. And the Mega gimmick is the most popular. So right there, obviously that's going to create a lot of demand and create a lot of hype around each one of these sets. Not to mention, there's probably tens of millions. I'm just spitballing here, but tens of millions of new people have entered the hobby within the last year, and I'm pretty sure that there's millions of new people entering each month, like up until right now. So Mega Evolution base, absolute banger. Phantasmal Flames, so ME2, that's a really small set. It was the smallest Pokemon set of a very long time. There was speculation that the set wouldn't perform well because it was so small. The pull rates would be too easy. Like this Charizard, it's estimated that this Charizard would be in 1 in about every 10 booster boxes. Hasn't affected the price at all. There was a lot of speculation that this would be a $200 to $300 raw card. I believe that as of today, 5 months after release, it keeps going up. And I think the most recent sales on this thing raw are in the 700s, approaching $800 even. Not to mention the PSA 10 prices on these. So Mega Evolution as a block, it's just breaking all the rules. And it's outperforming Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon. The sales are insane. Then let's move into the most recent set, Ascended Heroes. Personal favorite set of all time. It has something for everybody. I'm not going to go over all of it because I've been talking about it in so many videos. If you're watching this, I assume you know what a badass set Ascended Heroes is. So we won't touch on anything specific in it. What I will say though, is it's in the Mega Evolution block and it's a freaking banger. And it just doesn't seem like anything's gonna change this current market we're in, the hype. It's never ending. Perfect Order, this currently today is March 10th. Perfect Order comes out on March 27th. Up until very recently, there was a lot of whispers going around in the hobby that Perfect Order would reset the market and we'd be able to get the booster boxes at MSRP, which is $161. I went on eBay today. The lowest listings I saw for Perfect Order booster boxes were around $220 to $230. So that's very far off of MSRP. I think I actually kind of want to do a retraction here. A couple weeks ago, I said I'm not investing into Perfect Order. I don't believe it's a good set. Well, I've really looked into it. So the Mega Evolution block that we are currently in, it's heavily based around the Pokemon game for Nintendo Switch called Pokemon ZNA. Now, the main Pokemon in Pokemon ZNA is Zygarde. Perfect Order, the featured Pokemon, is Zygarde. The artworks that we've seen so far, the SIR and the full art of Zygarde, are actually really badass. I'm looking at them. I really like them. Zygarde's not my favorite because I'm an OG. I'm 35 years old. I did not grow up with this dude. But the younger generation has to be taken into consideration here. So I have a buddy who he has like a 10-year-old son. Zygarde's his favorite Pokemon, along with a bunch of his little friends that he said come over and play Pokemon ZNA with him. So we have to consider that. We have to consider the fact that Zygarde was just featured in a freaking Super Bowl commercial. So I do believe it's actually a really good investment. It's currently, Perfect Order booster boxes are currently the cheapest booster boxes that you can order of any Pokemon set on eBay right now, at that $220, $230 mark. I do think that that's actually a really good pickup, and I do plan to pick up one or two more of those because I think in 5 to 10 years, it's going to perform a hell of a lot better than most people originally expected. After Perfect Order, we have Chaos Rising, which we don't know a ton about. We know that it features a Mega Greninja, and we all know that Greninja is most definitely a fan favorite Pokemon. I also know that Chaos Rising is only made up of one Japanese set, which is Ninja Spinner, not two Japanese sets like most of our English sets are. So it's going to be a really small set, very similar to Phantasmal Flames. And if you go try to pick up Phantasmal Flames ETB or booster box on the secondary market, you'll see that it's quite expensive for only being a 5-month-old set. So will that hold back Chaos Rising? I do not think so, not in the least bit. That's going to also sell way over MSRP right at release. So once again, like my point in talking about this today is there's something very special happening here in this Mega Evolution block that we have not seen before in any other Pokemon era. And that's just the hype and demand around it. It's, again, the most popular Pokemon gimmick of all time is Mega Evolved Pokemon. In Pokemon ZNA, if I was reading this correctly, because I don't play the damn game, but it said that there were 67 different types of Pokemon in that game that could Mega Evolve. My personal hopes is that they stretch this Mega Evolution block out as far as possible. I'm hoping that this goes well into 2027, and by the end of this, we have like 10, 11, 12 Mega Evolution sets. That would be my hopes. Now, that all kind of depends. So we know that recently we got revealed the 3 starters for Generation 10, which will be a brand new generation of Pokemon. And we're going to get our base set of Gen 10 a few months after the Pokemon game Wind and Waves releases. All we know as of right now is that Pokemon Wind and Waves releases in 2027. We don't know if it's in the beginning of 2027, the middle, or the very end. Again, as a collector and as a Pokemon fan, I'm really hoping that they don't release that game until halfway through 2027 so that the TCG will follow towards the end of 2027. We can keep getting these banger ass sets of Mega Evolution, because I would love to see a Mega Gyarados based set, Mega Mewtwo, the Raichus, there's Mega Blastoise, Tyranitar, Garchomp. Like, there's so many cool avenues we could go down. I want to stay in this Mega Evolution block for as long as possible because it's just so phenomenal. And the artists that are in the TCG now, like these guys, like Pokemon and its artists, they are so dialed in, you guys. They're dialed in to the point of freaking perfection at this point. Pokemon's been amazing the entire 30 years. Do not get me wrong. But as of lately, especially this Mega Evolution block, the arts are just incredible. They're incredible. Bar none. Like, I don't think the other eras can really mess with Mega Evolution. And the fact that these are the Mega Evolved forms of these fan favorite Pokemon that they keep throwing at us, it just makes it that much more fun and that much more collectible. So I'm super excited to be a part of it. I do think that with all of the new people in the hobby, and when I say all of the new, I'm thinking probably somewhere in the ballpark of tens of millions of new people. One of the reasons I say that, not only is it super hard, obviously, to find Pokemon cards in the wild, but I saw this article yesterday that Pokemon sales increased by 87% last year. And I don't mean Pokemon sales of the card game. I'm talking about plushies and toys. So last year alone, Pokemon skyrocketed into first place in the plushies and toys division. It added up to over $2.5 billion in sales just in that area alone. So they're just absolutely killing it. And with all of these new people coming into the hobby, maybe that entered during Prismatic Evolutions, or maybe they entered during Mega Evolution base set, what are these people going to be opening and collecting? They're probably going to be doing the most recent sets, right? Especially if they are at a Walmart or a Target or a Hobby Lobby or a Best Buy. Like, they're going to buy what's available to them that they can get lucky and get at MSRP. And that's going to consist of Mega Evolution Base, Phantasmal Flames, Ascended Heroes, Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, the future upcoming sets, the Abyss Eye or Emeralda, which is going to feature Darkrai and fucking Rayquaza. You guys, like, this isn't going to end anytime soon. I think, again, this block is special and something like we've never seen before. And again, I don't think that Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield were weak by any means. They had some of the best sets ever, but they did not have sets back to back to back, starting at the base set that sold for well over MSRP right at release, like the block that we're in now. It's this is just a different beast that we're in. We're not in Scarlet and Violet anymore. We're not in Sword and Shield anymore. We're not in Sun and Moon anymore. This is a completely different animal. When it comes to Pokemon investing, I've had to completely change my thinking, because back during Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield, I could invest at MSRP, or a lot of times, like take Crown Zenith, for example, I could get that on flash sales relatively easy. So, you know, being used to that and then kind of transitioning into this Mega Evolution block that we're in now, like, do I want to sit on the sidelines and wait and miss out on all these badass sets? Or am I going to pay close to market value so that I can continue Pokemon investing like I've been doing for a long time and want to continue to do? So yeah, it's definitely not the same anymore. You know, things have changed permanently. I do think so. I don't think that it will always be this hard, especially with Pokemon buying out the biggest XL, the biggest distribution center in the United States, owning its own printing facilities, building out a new 1 million square foot warehouse in North Carolina so that they can increase printing. So I do think things will get better, but I don't think there's any going back to the days where we could easily pick up booster boxes or ETBs at under MSRP. I think Mega Evolution has changed that permanently and for good. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support to the channel. Please remember to like and subscribe. Peace.